Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and go over your slides from yesterday. So for slide number 1, we need to find the mean, the median, and the mode. But first of all, if you look up here, our numbers are scrambled. We want to get them in order from least to greatest. So hopefully you caught that and were able to write it down. And if not, then this is why you wouldn't have gotten the problems right then. So the mean is when you add up all of the numbers and then you divide them by however many numbers there were. So we happen to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you add all of those numbers up there and divide them by 6, you get 81.1. And if we're going to round to the nearest whole number, then the 1 would just make the 1 stay the same. So we would round it to 81. All right, the median is where you find out which number is right smack dab in the middle. Well, if you put these in order from least to greatest, and then you start crossing off 1 from each side, you're going to find out, since it's even, that you're going to have 2 left here in the middle. So you would add up those 2 numbers in the middle, and of course those would be the numbers that were in order from least to greatest. You're going to add up those 2 numbers and then divide it by 2. And that's when you get 80.5 or 80.5. And once again, if you're going to round it up to a whole number, you are going to get 81. And then the mode is the number that occurs the most, and that happened to be 76. All right, let's go on to the next slide. So same thing here again. We want to find the mean, median, and the mode. And once again, our numbers are not in order from least to greatest. So once you do that, then we can move on. All right, so the mean, we add up all of these numbers and then divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And you're going to come up with 87. The median is the number that happens to be in the middle. And once you put them in order from least to greatest, cross one off on each side until you get to the middle, you're going to come up with 85. And the mode is the number that occurs most, and that happens to be 80. All right, our last slide. We don't have as many numbers this time, but you're going to put them in order from least to greatest. And they already are. And then if you look right here, we already can tell what our mode is. It's 50 because that's the number that appears the most. So just because you would have 3 50s right here, you want to make sure you include all of them and you're not just looking at one of them. Okay, so we obviously know that the mode is 50. We'll just work our way from the bottom up this time. The median, we're going to cross off a 30, cross off a 50, 36, 50, and then we are left with 47 and 50, okay? Because it's even. So add up those 2 numbers, and you're going to divide them by 2, and you will end up with 48.5. And once again, we want to round to the nearest whole number, so you're going to get 49. Now, if you happen to not round up your number, that is okay, all right? But I'm just showing you that if you were told to round it up, that is how you would get that answer. And the mean is when you add all 6 of those numbers up and divide them by 6, and that gives you 43.8. And the 8 is going to round that 3 up to a 4, so you would get 44. If you have any questions on how I got the answers for these or you're confused with one, just let me know.